Time index 4:32 p.m. Friday, June 30th, 2022. This is John Cameron Weaver, a student to AV College, Lancaster, California. To the new president of the campus, we have to talk. Mr. Knudsen failed in his last term to continue the practice of having emergency drills, just in case of the emergency that's happened today, which involved the deployment of Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, both from the campus and from Lancaster, Palmdale, and not to mention the prison, to swarm the campus to see what was going on with the report. Before COVID kicked in, we did have drills, but every once in a while we would empty out certain sections of the campus. But nowhere did the professors ever educated or continue to educate their classes regarding emergency drills. This is unheard of, and this is uncalled for right now. We are living in desperate and dangerous times. In the last 30 years, we've been getting into more and more shootouts, calls for bomb threats, and not to mention internal terrorists in our country at different campuses, starting from grade school all the way over through college campuses. We've had them here on the West Coast. We're going to be getting them here in the Antelope Valley College, if they haven't been started already. But the thing is, we haven't had started yet, is drills to educate each student what their job is when a situation like this happens. When the architects had presented the plan to the Board of Trustees regarding the Sage building, it should also have been published, and I don't think it ever was, to the public of what the thing was going to be looking like. Because right now that thing is a security and an earthquake hazard. Unfortunately, in my own student opinion at this point. Since taking a geology class and understanding how earthquakes will shake a building apart, and I've seen it happen personally in my lifetime. No matter how many times we keep trying to make the buildings earthquake safe, they are never earthquake safe. Mother Nature always ups the game. So in looking at Sage Hall, we're looking at a total complete disaster here. But now I'm switching over to our current terrorist situation, and this is not acceptable. That place is a terrorist nightmare. It's a shooting gallery. The windows facing the northeast area of the campus to get whatever kind of view they have. As pretty and pleasant as it may be of having sunrises going through the area, you are looking at students walking around in there, and they're open season. All it takes is a guy with a sniper rifle or even with a shotgun to have fun with it, let alone having a pistol. And if I was going to be a crazy person at that point, I'm saying if, and I look at buildings like this because I have to, for my own safety, I have to judge whether or not the buildings are going to be safe enough and if the instructors are knowledgeable enough to make sure that we actually have a small margin of safety here. Sage doesn't. Neither does the cafeteria, but it was never that way because when it was designed, we never did think about that in the first place, did we? But it also has other places in it to barely attempt concealment for students. Even the student store would have places like that inside. Not to mention having exits for the students to get the hell out of there. And yes, the Sage Hall does have exits for students to get the hell out of there. But what they need is not exactly total concealment, is they need more education on how to deal with this situation, because it's only going to get worse. Despite the current political administration we have into the United States office right now, dealing with our federal issues left and right, we still have the lone wolves out there to worry about. Ah, yes, the mental health situations we have here. We can offer the help for our students because they are our students, and we have had and have gone through a lot concerning about the COVID situation and everything else that they're dealing with. I had seen too much in my lifetime. I had seen too many students and too many strangers on campus using them as target practice, basically. This isn't laser tag. Laser tag, you could be not killed by a damn innocent red laser beam or a green laser beam as long as it hits the damn target. We're talking about artillery here that rips into a person's flesh and don't feel too good. When it does its damage on the inside, and if it actually does come out, will it be a clean wound, or did it actually do its damage on the inside? I'm not willing to experience anything like that. I would suggest that in each session, in each classroom, in each time there is a time where students are going through their courses, the professors would stop in the midst of their oratories and their lecture, and then discuss at great length. And it may scare the hell out of them. Good, they need it. Let them know what we're seeing and facing these days. This will shock the students because it's in the midst of a course of education. It has to be done. It gets their attention by scaring them a little bit. And I would suggest to professors to get to the videos on YouTube and see what the sheriff departments and police departments are putting out there regards to response, and then talk with the class about it. I know they have a short time, but these videos can help, especially in those buildings that doesn't have enough concealment. When a stranger comes on and he's going to be doing some damage to the students and to the property, I have to be totally paranoid about this. Before the COVID kicked in and made us total nuts and total laxed, I was also worried about whether or not we were going to be getting a lunatic on there or not. When I heard about the shooting of Sergeant Stephen Owen several years ago, just at the time when I'm getting onto campus and getting my feet wet over at Antelope Valley College, it scared the living crap out of us because it happened on a day that I wasn't there. I had a day off from campus. But I kept reading the texts and I kept seeing some of the news. They got too damn close to the campus. Too close to the campus. And that scared the hell out of me. And that was on Newton's watch. Now it's on yours. The new person. I don't want to be another casualty anywhere. And these times scared the living daylights out of this old fart. I'm 56 years old. I want to enjoy the rest of my life. And going to the campus, I'm trying to pursue an educational goal that I screwed up on 30 plus years ago as a young pup who came into the campuses. Not specifically Antelope Valley, but one particular campus out in Woodland Hills. You might have heard of Pierce College. 2.5 years wasted. And I couldn't complete it, so I had to drop it. No. Let me see. They dropped me. Because during that time I didn't take college courses and I didn't take education with a grain of salt. It was just like, oh my God, not another day of school again. Yeah, it was. I didn't have the context, I didn't have the perspective, and I didn't have the maturity back then to understand what college meant. Besides studying. There's a lot more to college than the young student understands. He's looking at his life, he's looking at his career, he's looking at choices to get trained in. Besides occupational training, there's educational training to get himself backed up, because there will be times when he's going to be needing that education being handed to him, or he has to earn the hard way, or she. But in this day and age, we are scared to death because we now have people out there willing to step on a campus and cause mayhem, or call and have the sheriff's department scare the living crap out of us as well by doing evacuations or lockdowns. But we have to get prepared for this one. We have to. We need to be educated about this. I don't want to hear Antelope Valley College being one of those colleges that gets to be put on the news and put into history because we were one of those campuses that got shot up. And we students didn't do what we were supposed to be doing, which was surviving. There is educational material we're supposed to be learning in the academia. There's supposed to be educational material we're supposed to be learning in the real life. And this is real life. Please. I'm coming back in the fall. I'm trying to complete my education. I don't want to be a statistic. I enjoyed the campus. I enjoyed the staff. I sure as hell enjoyed the students. I didn't enjoy COVID. No way in hell. Being off my campus for that long a period, and we had to do classes online, not the easiest damn thing in the world to do. But it was done. I'm willing to do what's necessary within the matter of the law and the rules and regulations. If it means I have to live on paranoia at this point over here, gauging at every damn classroom, I'm going to have to do that myself. And then planning on how to get the hell out of there and maybe bring a roll of duct tape. You'd be surprised what cardboard and duct tape can do. You have to think fast like MacGyvers. Anyway, I'm sorry to drop this bombshell on you during the summertime, but this is needed. I don't know if anybody else is going to be doing videos like this. Please pass this around to the staff. Let them know. This is one scared student coming in next term, right after this summer. And I'm hoping that the staff will understand what we're facing right now. Let them see the videos from LA County Sheriff's Department had put out several years ago concerning about situations like this. Get them up to speed. if they're not already. Because in the last classes I've been in before COVID, we hardly ever touched it. We need to now. Our lives are in danger. And it's up to you to help us out through this. Please. Please. This is John Cameron Weaver from Roseman, California.